So yeah, continuation. What do I mean when I correlate a missed jump shot basketball with inaccurate statements? Well, a lot of times it's a lot of repetitions, consistency, yeah, and then the ball do go through the net when they're continuously trying to put the ball through the net. Though sometimes when they're trying to put the ball through the net, it it may clank off the rim and it's considered a miss. So what I mean by correlating missed jump shots with inaccurate statements, and there's been a lot of inaccurate statements with English, which means it's inside of accuracy, especially when it provokes deja vu to provoke a resignation, though it's simply not true to a large degree. In many ways, a lot of these prophecies, they became true through manifestation as also hustle, though it was a discrepancy in certain sequences which made it inaccurate. Though it provoked deja vu, it was also resignation. It was simply not true, though there was some cleanup behind it to make it even fit any standard of it being anything close to true or to even be falsely considered true. Something like a false allegation of somebody saying this person is a dork, which provokes debate. People wonder why the shot goes off a lot of times, especially if they playing fives. Somebody used to making it when nobody's on them, and then the defender guarding them. They feel like it's a clean look, though at the same time the defense just simply don't want the ball to go through the net. Even if they didn't jump to contend the shot, their presence enough of them moving, their mind altered the ball while it was in midair. So it's really not always the shooter's fault, though, and it's not always the shooter who had a depth full of inaccurate statements, though. Now the whole totalic inaccurate statements plays a part. So just get back on defense, play defense, and move on to the next position. Though that's why I correlate missed jump shots with inaccurate statements, because that person may have put the work in, the repetition for it to go in. It just didn't go in at that for a certain sequence. Okay, well, go play defense. Though, how did I relate that to some type of killerism? Like I said, every day people wake up and play with fire. Whether it's turn on the stove to eat and the food tastes good. It's not no knock on the food industry. The food tastes good. You know, people live for dopamine. People live for joy. People live for a journey. People live for intelligence. People live for what they live for. Though at some point, if a task is getting difficult, that's where the killerism type instinct may kick in, which is simply just turn something off at all facets, which is not always compatible with maybe another element who has prominence. It may not be compatible with what fuels them. Maybe they want the circle of life to continue. Maybe that's within their will. Though we're at a point where almost every species has been examined, it's also analyzed, to where I could even make this type of analysis. That's hope. That's hope. And I shoot for a pretty high percentage, especially when I'm just practicing alone in the gym. Though even when I'm doing fives, I shoot for a pretty high percentage. 40%, that's a pretty decent percentage too, especially playing 5-on-5 with people who with a defense that wants you to miss the shot. That's a pretty decent percentage. 50% decent percentage. The defense, they want you to miss the shot. I'm not saying on no haterism stuff, though, so they could get at a high level, so they could get a better positioning, so they could get the outcome that they desire. They're not going to get the outcome they desire if this person's making every shot and then defensing up. So it's not that personal. And for someone to say 40% is just terrible when you measuring out some athletic people who put the repetition, that's blasphemous. Peace, love, everyone.